Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I hope you're all having a great night. Today we're gonna do a video about schematics and how to create armor. Now it's not that complicated. We're gonna talk about how to create armor, leadership, and where to gain the schematics. This is mostly for new players, returning players, even older players, it's mostly for new to help them understand a little bit how armor works and to be very careful what types of armor you have to choose early because it's very important. So first or not least, we're gonna press P, you're gonna go to skills. Early, you have to be very careful what type of weapon you choose. Now, if for new players and returning, I would suggest to play something like heavy armor because those are harder to punish and a bit easier to play in majority of cases. So maybe go for that first, but it's up to you. Maybe you want to play Nodachi, maybe you want to play Chain Dart. I wouldn't suggest range weapons, they're not that great, but it's on you. Anyway, nonetheless, you need to choose, besides your weapon, the weapon you choose, it's going to require the type of armor. For example, low armor, medium armor, heavy armor. I'm going to make the example of my class. I play Nodachi, so I need medium armor, as you can see here. Practically, you have to create these pieces of armor until you get leadership. Bunch of leadership. The best leadership you can get is 25, but you're probably not gonna get it. So you have to create many pieces, like many helmets, as you can see, the top one, gloves, boots, until you get decent amount of leadership. If you get 19 and up, that's perfectly good. If not, you have to keep trying. So choose your class wisely, early, because you don't have enough rare armor schematics, and then create your gear, your armor, many pieces until you get good leadership on every single piece. 19 and up, it's the best leadership you can get early into the game. I don't think you're gonna get more, but maybe you're lucky. I don't know. So we're gonna go here to the smith, not to the armorer, but to the smith, always to the smith. And I'm gonna show you what you need to create your pieces of armor and your weapon. So practically, let's say you play Nodachi, as I do. You need medium armor. So you go to the smith, you go to create weapon and armor, and here it's the weapons, which should allow create the blue one, because for the purple one you need something else, which you're gonna get in the future. So you create the blue ones. I have to create the Nodachi. As you can see, it requires me a piece of rare weapon schematics, seal ingot, roll of leather, and powdered silver. Early, you get plenty of this, but not enough to create enough pieces of armor. I'm gonna do one to show you. It's pretty decent one, I guess. It is what it is. Now for the armor, let's say you play Nodachi. This is for heavy armor, this is for low armor, this is for medium armor. I have to create boots, gloves, helmet, and for the top one, right? So practically, I'm gonna create one on the top. I'm gonna create it just for the sake of the video. And you watch at it and you see the bonuses. As you can see, I don't have leadership on it. So normally, I'm gonna use it for battles, this one, at least for now, until the gold era, because the leadership didn't unlock yet. It is gonna unlock in 3 days. Press OK, and I have to create a new one until I get good set bonuses and good leadership on it. Again, no leadership. So as you can see, it's very RNG. So you have to create many pieces of gear until you get decent leadership on it. And again, no leadership. And you have to keep going over and over again until you get at least 19 leadership. Now, you should be able, I'm gonna throw this one. I don't need it. It should be like this: health, some blunt defense, whatever, and leadership plus 20, which is gonna unlock in 3 days when the yellow unit's gonna be here. Once you get it like this, of leadership of 19, 20 or up, you are fine. And you have to create it on every single piece. As you can see, I have 19 leadership on the helm, 20 leadership on this, 19 leadership on the gloves, and this I have another 20 leadership. This is very helpful. Like soon, it's gonna be very helpful when the tier 5 unit's gonna unlock leadership. It's very good. Once you've done all that, unfortunately, you need a lot of rare armor schematics. Sometimes your gear is gonna break. Practically, as you can see, my weapon is excellent. My the top one is good. This one is excellent, and this one is excellent. So the more you use it, the more you have to repair it. Right? For example, I'm gonna repair it just for the sake. Don't repair it like this. Wait until the gear is yellow or red. Because if you repair it early, like this, it's still excellent. It drops its condition, its endurance, and it's not good. So you wait until the piece of gear, it's red or yellow, and they repair it. But at one point, you cannot repair it anymore. You can't. So you have to go to this guy, to the armorer, artificial forge, and let's say I have to do this one, because my piece of gear, leadership 20, wait, let me 1 second, because I maybe it's this one, right? Yeah, my leadership 20, it's worn out and I have to repair it, or I have to throw it away, because at one point you cannot use it anymore. This is the type of item it requires you, and they're actually much more than the smith. The smith requires less, that's why you have to create it there, but eventually you have to repair it. So I'm gonna reforge it for the sake of the video, and it's gonna be back as it was, or you get the second one, which are different. As you can see, it doesn't have leadership here, and leadership is 0, so you can choose here, this one or this one. I'm gonna pick the leadership one, even if stats here are better, and I repaired the gear. Simple. It does require much more items though to repair it, so I will suggest to create the smith all the pieces you need until you get 20 plus, and then you keep your resources to repair it when you need it. Now the biggest question is, I hope that it made pretty much sense how to create your gear and how to repair it. The biggest question is how to get materials and rare armor schematics and weapon schematics, which are the hardest to get into the game, especially for new players. First of all, you have to go to Apothecary, which is here on the map. Now I don't know which map you are, but you can find it written here on the vendors. And weekly, she sells powdered silver, steel ingot, which you should definitely buy it if you want, and roll of leather, which is with bronze coins, and bronze coins early into the game you don't really lack. I have a lot of bronze coins, I'm a returning player myself, so it's not really a big of a deal. You have enough bronze coins to buy this weekly. So remember to come to Apothecary, or whatever her name is, here. You can see it at the vendors, see? Click on it. And she sells weekly all of this, which you should definitely buy. Now, how to get rare armor schematics? First, you go to the fame store, and here you have this. Now, to the fame store, to increase it, you have to play the game, you gain fame, you play bandit raids, and you make donations. Practically, you make things like this, trophies, even pieces of armor that you don't need, and you donate, and once you're full you get rewards, and you might actually even get rare schematics. You can buy from this, there is a limit, but you can buy everything at the fame store with bronze coins, so it's really worth to get them, everything in here, it's really rewarded, so you should definitely get it. Another way to get it, the easiest way, you play weekly, you gain supply token, and you get more than 50 or 60 if you finish all the weekly quests, and daily you get 7. So you can make a bunch, especially if you play on a daily basis and the quest resets, then you can have it, you can make like 14 per day. If you play a little bit, you know, you log in a bit in the morning, then at night, you're gonna reset the quest. So you make plenty. You press on it, and you go to the fourth one, and here you go. Rare schematic selection. You can choose, I already bought it, you can choose the weapon or the armor, up to you. It costs only 1, so it's very cheap. And you can get the chest of resources, which is absolutely amazing and beautiful. This is the easiest way, which it resets weekly. So never forget to get them all the time, these two, all the time. Another way to get it, it's by going to the seasonal store, and you gain blades by playing the game. And you go here and you get bunch of rare armor schematics. I don't remember how many there are, but there is a limit, like 10 or 20. But you can get it for blades, which you just have to play the game. And the more you play the game, the faster you get the blades, the faster you get the rare armor schematics. There are like 10 or 20, if I'm not wrong, which is not bad. It's still something, you know. Instead of the skins, unfortunately, you're not gonna be able to afford them, but you can afford this. It's gonna give you a boost, right? To have more rare armor schematic is very good because, again, the weapon and the armor is RNG, so you have to keep creating over and over again until you get the leadership that you desire. 19 and up is the best, 25 is the max. That's how you have to do. So rare schematics are pretty valuable and pretty hard to get, especially for newish players. You can get them from the events. There is this event which you can get if you play right now. You get 10 of this minimum and 25 for weapon. So this, you know, from events you usually can get these coins right here. That's pretty much it. And treaties, you know, sometimes from events you can get this one. Another one is by pressing V, go to the hero schematics, hero armor schematics, and here you go. This one is more if you actually need it. You don't really have to because it's pretty expensive. But you can make silver by playing the game, selling stuff, or weekly quests. Weekly, finishing the weeklies gives you decent amount of silvers. And you can buy from here rare armor schematics if you need it. Again, if you need it. And which in most cases, you might actually need it. You can get it from the seasonal pass too. Even if you buy it, you're gonna get more, unfortunately. That's how it works. And the last and not least, this, you gain it from territory wars. Practically you join a house, join the war, attack villages, attack other houses, fight other people, you will gain triumph. You gain a decent amount, kinda, well, much or less, it's not really insane. But you do get a bunch of other rewards. So you press on it once you gain these ones by joining the war with your house. And here you are, you can get rare armor schematic. You can get a bunch of stuff, but we care more about this one, right? So once you make a bunch of them, you can just buy them and create your armor. So I hope this helps. Remember, choose your class wisely, because early you don't have enough of these ones. I have enough. I bought the battle pass, so that's like a bonus ones. And I did territory war already a few times, so I even bought some of these ones. And because I stick on one class, I don't really need them insanely a lot, because look how many I have. And I had even more before, which I threw away. It's RNG. As long as you get good leadership on it, you're fine. Early into the game, you cannot switch classes so easily. You have to stick to the same type of armor, either because it's low armor or heavy armor or medium armor. It's on your choice. You have to stick it like that for at least 2 months until you gain more resources and more schematics, and then you can create your heavy armor, for example, and play Maul or I don't know, short sword or whatever you desire, poleaxe. It's up to you. But early into the game, you choose Nodachi, stick with Nodachi. You're gonna play Nodachi for at least a month or two. Then you get more resources, more schematics, and you can switch the weapon. Up to you. Remember, you need leadership, and the leadership max that you can get on an armor, it's 25. But if you got 19 and up, it's perfectly good. So I hope this helps. This is mostly for new players. I hope I made myself pretty clear. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great night.